5 years ago, I had a 13% chance of being alive today. That's a very scary thing to have to live with. And it's been a long road on this journey. My name is Michelle, and I'm living with stage 4 colon cancer. Today's purpose for this whole video is to basically go over the things that I would tell myself 5.5 years ago when the diagnosis came about, that there are things that I could have done or things that I should do, and I want you all to see it, because whether or not you're going through, the same exact thing that I went through, but if you're living through a difficult time, living with an illness, or you know somebody who's living with an illness like this, you need to know that there are things you can do that will make a positive stamp, and it will help you in the future. And it'll help give you some control over situations that you feel like you don't have control over. 13%, I put into my head, you are going to do this. You're going to fight, and you're going to do this, and you're going to be here. Jokingly, I said, I'm going to be here to bug my husband for another 25 or 30 years. But I kind of said it to myself to reinforce the fact that I really wanted to fight. I wanted to be here to see grandchildren be born and see my nieces, get married and have children, and all of everybody I know. I just wanted to be around longer. I wasn't done. I kept my job. I didn't retire on medical or anything because I really like what I do. Knowing that I'm clear 9 months after my last round of chemotherapy, I am guardedly optimistic that things are going better than I expected. I'm going to be talking to Michelle 5 or 6 years ago right now in this video. Don't eat red meat. Don't eat processed meat. Michelle, this is part of the reason you're here, okay? Don't do it. You're allergic to it. From now on, don't even think about having red meat or pepperoni or salami or hot dogs or anything like that, or even deli ham or deli turkey. You don't do that anymore, okay? Eat your salads. I know that when you're recovering from surgery, especially when you had your colon cancer surgery, you couldn't have raw leafy greens. You couldn't have any seeds in anything, and you had a very bland diet for about 6 to 8 weeks. Well, you know what? Now you can eat those seeds, and you can eat those nuts, and you can have all that kind of stuff. So start eating 2 ounces of nuts every single day. Start eating the rainbow. Have your Swiss chard and your kale and your spinach and all dark leafy greens that you can get into your body. Eat them whole. If you want to supplement them like you do with powdered, vegetables that you make in your freeze dryer, go ahead and add those to your other food, because you can never, it probably isn't going to hurt, right? Make sure that you eat lots and lots and lots of cruciferous vegetables. Have red cabbage every single day in your salad. Make sure that you eat a good cup to 3 cups of cauliflower or Brussels sprouts or broccoli. You love all these things. Eat them every day. Eat them before you think about having any kind of meat or dairy products, because they're all good for you. And if you eat enough of them, you're really not going to have a lot of room for the other stuff, and your body's going to have more natural, positive energy. So please do that for yourself. Get up and move. I know that you have a demanding job and that you have to sit at your desk all day, and standing up isn't really a whole lot better than sitting, in my opinion, but it's still better than nothing. But get up and move. Get up and walk around for 5 minutes or so every hour. Look away from the computer screen. Look outside. Take 20 seconds to a minute to just look at some flowers outside. Or if you're working in the office, look down and see what's going on outside. Look at the trees, look at the traffic, look at anything you want, but look away from the computer. Work to live. Do not live to work. That's extremely important, and I know that you really, really love your job and you love helping people. But you need to do a little bit more for yourself. You need to know when to step away, and when the day is over, you did your best and you give it your all. So just know that that is okay. Know that that is good. Exercising, regular exercising, not I got up and did the dishes. That's not exercising. That's something you should do anyway. That's incidental. Put your Fitbit on like you did right after you had colorectal surgery. And when you get finished and you start moving around, remember how you were up to 5,000 steps a day within 2 weeks of surgery? You should have built on that and got more and more and more steps. I know it's hot in the summertime, and I know that chemotherapy makes you sensitive to the sun. Then get up early, go out and go for a walk with the dogs. You know they love it, but go out before the sun is too bright. Put a hat on if you need to. And if it is later in the day, then wait until the sun's going down and the ground's cool enough. Go out and take a walk. But get yourself up to the 70, on a slow day, you should have 7,500 steps. On a good day, 15,000. Let's do this. You've got this in you. It's going to build your strength. It's going to build your stamina. It's going to make you a much healthier person. Spend the money on the indoor bicycle trainer. You've got 2 awesome bicycles. You should just go ahead and spend between $100 and $200, or go find one on Let Go or something. Bring it into the house and ride your bike 15 to 20 minutes a day in the house. Put on a little TV show that you want to watch. Put on your favorite YouTube channel, okay? Go ahead and do that. But ride your bike in addition to your walking. This is not going to hurt anything at all, and it's going to increase your overall health. Minimize the flour, the sugar, the refined flour. I know you love bread, Michelle. You love crackers. You love saltines with butter on them. But you should really be not eating those kinds of things. Go get yourself some whole grain crackers, or some seed crackers, like, what are those called? Flackers. They're flaxseed, and they have other seeds in them. Seek out a recipe like you just found and make those crackers. Cut out all the carbs that you can. And if you do eat carbs, make sure that they're coming from a vegetable. Get rid of the pasta, okay? You don't need pasta. Yes, you love pasta. I know. But you do know that you really like zucchini and zoodles. You know that you like spaghetti squash. And now you know, because you have watched YouTube channels, that you can pre-make these things, throw them in the freezer, and pull out a single serving and heat it up. And then put all that other good stuff on top of it. So do that for yourself early on. Don't wait until 5 years have gone by, because you could have been increasing all of your good healthy habits that whole time. So today's the day. Okay, we're back to now time, 2024. I'm going to start doing these things. And I wish I would have done them sooner, because I was 5 and 6 years younger, and every year you get a little older. But I want to tone up my arms. We got a gym membership. I'm going to be going in. I'm going to be lifting weights and toning up my arms. I'm going to take my dogs for a couple of walks every single day. Come heck or high water, we're going for a walk. I just took a long bike ride with a friend. My sister-in-law let me use her electric assist bike, and I powered through like a 20-mile bike ride along the bike trail, and it was wonderful. It took me a little bit to get used to, because I was outside and not used to riding a bike, let alone for that far of a distance. But it was so beautiful, and I felt more independent that day than I have felt in a long, long time. And I felt more in control of my life. I went with a very good friend, and I appreciate her so much for asking me to go with her. And I really appreciate my sister-in-law allowing me to ride that piece of equipment, because it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So all of this diet and exercise And it's not going to be extreme at first, okay? Just do 20 to 25 minutes a day and work your way up. Do a little bit of everything, get your heart pumping and get going. Okay, all of that should reduce my weight. I need to bring myself down to a healthier weight. Track your diet. Track your exercise. You know that you have issues sometimes with digestion. So by taking that tracker and looking at what you're eating and what triggers bad days, and there are a lot more bad days once in a while than you really would like to have, right? Let it teach you what does work well in your body and what you don't need to have in your body. Pretty soon, everything will be a lot easier and you'll have a lot more freedom when you have your digestion under control. Talking to Michelle 5 or 6 years ago, make sure that you go to the river, to the mountains, or to the ocean at least once a month and spend at least an afternoon doing that. You don't live too far from several rivers, and they are beautiful places to visit, and you can get there in a very short car ride or even a not too far bike ride. Go to the ocean like you do, but just go more often and sit there and contemplate and take walks on the beach and sift through the rocks and do all the things that you love to do. Make sure to have a family dinner once a month. Invite as many family members as can make it, but make it a priority that you all get together and that you're all present in the moment, very mindful of what's going on. Take pictures. You're only going to be in this moment one time, and look back on them with all of the fondness of the time that you had with your family. Continue making the things that you like to make for your friends and family. You're getting ready to make some pomegranate jelly because a lot of your friends and family love your pomegranate jelly. Well, keep doing it. If you want to have 1 or 2 little smidges every now and again, like you've really always done your whole life, go ahead and allow yourself to do that. Maybe on a whole grain cracker. That would be a good idea. You're getting ready to make raspberry jam. Most of it's going to be gifts. You can do that. Don't stop completely living, and I don't want to say it that way. Just because you're not going to have something doesn't mean that you can't make it for other people and let them enjoy it. Part of the joy of making those things, in fact, probably 90% of the joy of making jams and jellies and preserves, is to see other people enjoy them. And if they're not having any health issues and they enjoy it in moderation, then continue to do that because you know that it's appreciated and you know that it gives you all a lot of joy. So I think that's about it for this video. If you like this information, please share this, leave a comment below, and please hit the thumbs up button for me, okay? It's spreading the message. I'm getting all kinds of super nice comments from people about how they didn't realize, how many people are going through this. And my goal is to make people aware of when they need to go and get checked. And then if you've gone through it, to give you hope and to let you know that it isn't all, songbirds and roses and butterflies. Okay, we're going to have bad days, we're going to have good days, but we have a choice. And once you've gone ahead and given yourself the grace to, be unhappy for a minute or be vulnerable, then move forward and make a positive change. But if you're going through this early, then do all these things, okay? Make those dietary changes as soon as you can. If you haven't gone through it, make the same dietary changes, because red meats and all of that type of processed food that I mentioned is part of the standard American diet, which is also known in some circles as SAD. And it is very sad. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that in about 2 months I'm going to look back at this video and I hope to see a lot healthier looking face, a lot healthier looking skin, much less of that, and let's see what happens. I'm excited, and I hope that you continue to visit me as we go along this journey.